And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Welcome back and welcome aboard. Today we are back in Puerto Montt in Chile, and we're actually going to be heading up the west coast of Chile. And we're going to be heading up to Concepcion. Of course, as usual, this is going to be a new destination for us, so we're going to be talking about Concepcion once we get in the air. We're going to go ahead and bring up our weather for today. First and foremost, we're going to be cruising today at 20,000 feet. Our flight time right now is going to be 1 hour and 19 minutes, and we're fairly heavy. So we have to try and get there and down as quickly as we can. So we'll see how things go. Weather-wise today, let's open up windy.com, which is something I haven't done for a long time because we've always been dealing with pretty good weather. And let's bring that up and let's see what's happening today. So, as I mentioned, we're down here in Puerto Montt. We're going to be heading up. Wait, did I pass it? Is it this far up? I don't feel it's this far up. So we are heading to Concepcion, I think. Let me just put in the airport. Yeah. Wait, that's not it. Ah, yeah, actually it is. What am I talking about? Okay, so we're going to be heading to Concepcion up here. As you can see, all of the weather that we have to worry about is going to be kind of off to the right. But the weather was pretty bad to the fact, or at least there was a lot of cloud cover where it was at IFR conditions about 6 hours ago. And as you can see, a lot of the weather has been pushed off to the right. I'm assuming because of this this wind coming from the west here. So we should be good for now. I don't foresee anything crazy happening. There's no weather off to the west that'll be moving into this location, so I think we're good. Now, part of me wanted to get a little bit of snow or whatever. Since we've been in South America, and somehow I've managed to miss all of it. So the weather should be okay. Currently, it's winds out at 228 at 8 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, and clouds broken at 1,700 feet. But it is at MVFR conditions because I think the ceiling is fairly low at 1,700 feet. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that. And our current weather here in Puerto Montt, pretty good. Winds out of 190 at 8 knots. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Clouds broken at 4,000 feet, although it doesn't look like that in the sim right now. Temperature is 9 degrees C. Dew point is at 0 degrees C. And around 299 for our altimeter. So, having said all that, we are ready to get out of here. We're going to start taxiing. We're going to be departing our runway 17, which is pretty much in the direction that we're facing. I believe I mentioned in the last video, we've actually updated. Why am I getting stutters already? Like, we just started. Jeez. So we did update the PC-12 to the latest version, which kind of brought some improvements. So I'm hoping to see how that goes. Right now I'm just trying to complete a turn. This is tough right now. I know there's supposed to be a nose wheel steering button inside here, although I'm not really too sure where it is. That is supposed to help with the more tight turns. But I'll have to find out where it is. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody knows, please let me know, because I was kind of looking out for it, but I don't really see it. Alright, so we're making our way, as I said, Runway 17. Flight controls are free and clear, although it's kind of hard to test when you have a joystick. Let's see. I did not turn my taxi lights on, which I should have done. So getting dinged a bunch. I also started my on-air session with the engine started. That was not good thinking by me. But yeah, I really want to update my computer because I don't know if there's something going on with my processor or what, but it's really starting to like stutter out. And I pretty much now always start each flight by restarting the computer. I've also removed a lot of the startup programs and all that good stuff, so might have to go old school and do a disk defrag. I don't know. All right, so here we are at the hull point. Let's take a look at our checklist. Let's see. All right, final items. Let's see, our flaps are set to 15. Gonna do our lights as required. Let's go ahead and just get our landing lights on now before we move into position. Condition level, we're gonna set that to flight idle. And pressurization, that's always one that I forget. So we're coming out here. As I've mentioned lots of times before, as far as pressurization, I normally set about 1,000 feet or so above our altitude. So putting it at 21,000 right now. All right, that is it. Engine instruments are looking good, and I think we're ready to go, folks. Just gonna move into position, and I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 final checks on my end, and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm running as well the latest version of auto FPS, pretty much because I want to try and make sure I get smooth frames as possible, but I don't know. I think I need to upgrade my hardware. All right, we're gonna go set our takeoff thrust. We are facing south. We need to be heading north, so we're gonna be doing a right turn. I'm gonna get my heading set, and we'll go ahead and sync up our heading as well. So when we take off, we're gonna make a right turn. And brakes released. So here we go, 50 knots. Ooh. Push to the right, rotate.
Airborne time logged.
Gear up. I think they also tweaked the performance as well to be a little more realistic, so maybe that's why it kind of feels like it was taking us forever to get up to speed. Alright, just setting my trim. Alright, a little more back pressure. I'll pull our flaps up as we climb. You know me, I'm a good fan of a smooth takeoff. Did not set Toga for climb. Alright, so we're gonna get the nose down just a little bit, just so we could pick up our speed. Just setting my heading as well. Alright, so let's get a little bit of speed here. I always like to climb at about 150, and we'll do autopilot yaw damper on, and yeah, let's start that right turn. I also wish I had some hardware for setting the doing stuff like setting our heading and all that good stuff, because yeah, that whole zoom in and out thing where you scroll kind of sucks. And I feel like there was somebody released a fix for it or something at some point, but yeah, I don't know. Right, so we are making that turn. Airport is off to our right. And we're going to be climbing out into the blue yonder. They said the clouds were broken, but yeah, it's definitely pretty cloudy here. All right. I forgot to set the IAS, but we'll go ahead and just let that rock. All right, after takeoff checklist, we're gonna get our taxi lights off. Landing gear is up, yaw damper is on, flaps are set to 0, ice protection as required. We have our inertial separator on, but what I will do is I'm gonna get the windshield heat on just in case. And climb power, go ahead and set our climb power. Pressurization, looks like we are pressurizing, which is good. Engine instruments are looking good overall as well. So we are good to go, folks. So adjust the altimeter as well. Looking so dark out here, kind of crazy. But yeah, we're gonna be heading up and through the clouds. I absolutely wish we had like turbulence in the cloud and in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like that's such a, what do you call it, immersion breaking experience. When you got these dense dark clouds, you fly through them and absolutely nothing happens. So bit annoying. But we've completed our after takeoff checklist, so we're gonna go ahead and discuss our destination for today, which, as I mentioned, is Concepcion. So Concepcion, Chile is one of those cities that's often overlooked but has a really interesting vibe and history. Known as the capital of rock in Chile, Concepcion has a strong music scene that has given birth to some of the country's most famous rock bands. I don't know why I thought they were actually talking about rocks when they said that. Very weird. But if you're a music lover, you'll find plenty of live performances and local talent, which gives the city this cool artistic edge. So what's also fascinating about Concepcion is its deep connection to Chile's history. It played a significant role in the fight for independence from Spain, and you can still feel the spirit of resilience in the city today. Concepcion was founded in the 16th century, but it's had to rebuild itself multiple times due to earthquakes. So it's a place that knows how to bounce back. And despite these challenges, it has grown into a vibrant hub for culture and education, with a number of universities that bring a young, energetic feel to the city. So nature lovers will also find plenty to enjoy around Concepcion. The city is close to some stunning landscapes like the lush forests and rivers of Parque Nacional Nonguen, where you can hike and enjoy the natural beauty of southern Chile. Plus, the nearby beaches like Playa Blanca are perfect for surfing or just relaxing by the Pacific Ocean. So one of the coolest things about Concepcion is how it blends urban life with access to nature. So you've got this bustling city with museums, parks, and shopping, but you're never too far from the outdoors. It's also known for its strong economy with a major port and industries that drive growth, making it one of the most important cities in Chile after Santiago. So Concepcion may not have the same international fame as Santiago or Valparaiso, but its mix of history, culture, music, and natural beauty gives it a unique charm that's definitely worth experiencing. Whether you're into history, music, or the outdoors, there's something in Concepcion that will catch your interest. Alright, and we are just coming out through the clouds, which is absolutely beautiful. I wish we were able to catch that. But at that time you would have just been seeing the plane flying outside. So yeah, but we are continuing our climb to 20,000 feet. We're making our way up to 10,000 at this point, and definitely we're hoping to have a nice landing in Concepcion. As I said, weather's not too bad, but we're also choosing to do the ILS approach just in case. My approach for today should take us kind of over the city and straight into the airport. I'm not going to be doing any kind of turns. We're just pretty much flying straight until we get there. So I'll see you guys when we get back, and we'll talk then. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We started our descent into Concepcion. Right now about heading towards 8,000 feet, going down to 1,700 for our final approach fix in order to do the ILS approach onto runway 02. Quickly, we're going to bring up the Navigraph chart for the approach for today. And let's go ahead and let's just get that up. Alrighty, so we are looking at the ILS X or localizer X runway 02 approach. We're going to be doing the ILS approach. Right now we are descending to 1,700 feet, which is going to be the altitude for FFO2, which is our final approach fix, and we should be intercepting the glide slope to come in for a landing. We're pretty much coming in pretty much straight in, so not even gonna have enough time to see that little pink arrow come up. But what I do like to do is just take a look at our taxi chart just to see where we're going to be heading. So it looks like we're going to be coming in and making an exit off the right end of the runway. Maybe we'll go for a Charlie to try and come back and kind of head somewhere here, probably on ramp P. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sorry about that. Ended up ending the recording. But yeah, so we're descending through the clouds, and let's head up to the flight deck just to see kind of what's happening up there. Alright, so we are at 5,800 now. It looks like we are getting a little bit of rain on the windshield. As you can see, we need to slow down a little bit. Yeesh, doing like 250 almost. So if you look on our GPS, the majority of the bad weather is kind of off the east, and we've just managed to narrowly escape it, to be honest. But we still have to be careful. I'm just trying to get... Oops, what am I doing? Yeah. I just want to get this guy in view.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
$500.
Landing time logged.
Warning, trim.
Engine off time
Warning,
logged.
essential bus.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.